Hello everybody, my name is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto Under 20. Hope you're doing it. Hope you can see that plenty of leafy greens can fit into your under 20 in your day. It's the refined carbohydrates that are the no-nos and the starchy veggies that are the no-nos. And people say often, what will you eat if you're on maintenance, which I kind of sort of think I am. For me, it would be organic berries, but rarely ever would I ever have a sweet potato or a baked potato or rice or anything grainy like that. It would definitely be an organic fruit in a very, very little quantity. The organic strawberries at Market Basket on Sunday were so delicious that I did get one, and I had one, and it was like this big. It's one of the the big ones. It weighed in at 55 grams, and I had that yesterday, and it fit, along with lots of leafy greens and some asparagus, and 2 different types of lettuces. So I did get and chopped red organic cabbage. That all fit in. So you can fit in plenty of what it is that you need. But that's not what this podcast is about. I digress, and I don't even tell you what the topic is, and then I'm digressing already. So the topic today is burnout and boredom with keto. Can you raise your hand on either one of those things? Are you going through it right now and hoping to get back your momentum and your motivation? Burnout. We have a saying about people in AA, and they're called 90-day wonders. They come in, they get sober. It's absolutely wonderful. There's nothing else like it. And they are blah, 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 blah. Every meeting, their hand is up, saying how wonderful and how perfect and everything else it is. And after 90 days, where do they go? As some of us know, with our addictions, there is no cure. There's only management. So if you have a food addiction, you can only really get through it, get around it, get with it by managing it and recognizing it and not being naive or in denial about it. So if you found keto and thought it was the there wasn't a next best thing. It was the best thing that ever happened to you, and you did it for the first whoosh and then expected a second whoosh or a third whoosh, within the next day or two, and it didn't happen. And so slowly that little bit of frustration and burnout began to happen. And then along came a weekend or something in your fridge that somehow got there, and somehow you're having it because your results weren't to your liking. And you weren't understanding that this is a way of eating. It's a lifelong process, even if you got to it at 66 like I did. It is a process. And recognizing that the gifts of this program, the benefits of eating keto, aren't always just scale results. So sometimes it's sleeping better, it's a better mood, you're easier to live with. Just ask them. It is not being in craving mode. It is losing the sugar obsession. There are so many wonderful things that have come out of it for me and for a lot of you. But some of you have great expectations about a program that's going to take a while. If you were 100 miles into the thick, dense woods of Alaska, and you've been a week or 2 on keto, and you're sitting there thinking that the results should be obvious and staggering, then you need to just chill. Just chill, will you? It takes what it takes, and it takes a while. If you have been mucking up your metabolic system, your digestion, for decades, like I did, with all the refined carbs and pizzas and sugary things, and even Diet Coke, artificial sweeteners, which I didn't get into, thank goodness, but gum, all the things that I use, Coffee Mate, there, yeah. There's mine. If you were doing those things for decades, you're not going to come out of it overnight. Your body's going to take a while to heal. And how do we heal that? We heal it with nutritionally dense keto foods. Fatty meats, excellent oils, no soybean, no vegetable, no canola. We heal our bodies with leafy greens, organic, above ground veggies, Brussels sprouts in moderation, broccoli, weighed and measured. Same thing with things like zucchini or cauliflower crumbles, all those things. They're all allowed on keto with butter in moderation. Just because you can have all the fat that you want doesn't mean you're going to do it. Cauliflower crumbles don't look like don't look like rice soup by the time you get done adding your butter. So be very, very careful of burnout and high expectations. If you're new to keto, don't be duped into watching keto-fied things and thinking that you can go down that road. Somebody that's been very successful with her keto food plan, Michelle Rock, says no desserts, maybe even no breads, until you've lost 100 pounds. So if you're just starting keto and you have around that to lose, you don't want to be entertained by those things. You want to break that habit, that craving for carby things, sugary things, and carby-like and sugary-like things. You can always go and Google Dr. Westman's page 4 to see what he allows. He does not allow coconut flour, almond flour, things like that. I have a fathead pizza about once a month that's made with almond flour, but you know, I'm not in that same beginning mode that I was a long time ago. I did well over a year of low carb, high fat, which just meant I ate more veggies. And I had a baked potato once a week. And then I gave those things up and went under 20. And beware of boredom. If you're bored with your keto food plan, maybe you need to step back out for a while. Maybe you're not finding the beauty in the simplicity of it and you want to complicate it. If you're still in the I need to complicate what I eat in a day because I'm bored, then maybe you're not ready for the under 20. Maybe you need to allow a few more carbs so you can have your variety until you get more fat adapted and can safely, go to the keto under 20 and not be bored with what you have for selection. I'm never bored with what I have. But then again, I'm me. I'm not you, so I can't tell you how you're going to be feeling about this. But if you are bored, and if you are in burnout or coming out of burnout or don't even know you're in burnout, you need to be careful because you don't want to blow a keto way of eating lifestyle. You don't. Keto, for a lot of us, is the one that we want to go the distance with. We kind of marry the keto way of eating because it's kind of like getting married to a spouse. It's like there's enough things about this that I'm ready to do for the rest of my life. And that's how a lot of us with some success have approached it. So just beware of boredom and burnout. And if you can catch it and nab it, then think how lucky you'll be. Don't be entertaining foods that you used to eat that got you to a place where you don't like your scale, that got you to a place like keto, because you're seeing that other food programs aren't quite doing it, that you're still dancing with your carbs, you're still dancing with your artificial sweeteners and artificial food items, your non-food items. They're just edible, they're not even food. They're just going to fill your belly. There's no nutrition in them. Even if they're pumping them full of chemical vitamins, that's not an alternative to having, an organic lettuce salad or organic free-range eggs or having a piece of grass-fed beef or having something that is like first-pressed organic coconut oil or unrefined, or EVU, extra virgin olive oil, that is also organic. You can't trade in those things for chemically added vitamins into the non-real food items, real foods. Just remember, if your grandmother wouldn't recognize it or couldn't pronounce it, or it wasn't on the shelves when she was alive, then maybe you shouldn't be having it too. So just beware. Burnout and boredom, they'll get you. They'll get you. They'll come right up to you and bite you right where you don't want to be bit. Thanks so much for watching. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto Under 20. It's safe. It's comfortable. It's my hood. Bye-bye for now.